Hey guys, welcome to another Obscure Mod episodes, where we look at mods that have less than 50,000 downloads for Minecraft 1.16.5. There's 20 mods here for Forge and Fabric, and all the links can be found in the description below. The Solar Cooker is a new block that can be crafted from 4 iron ingots, 4 glass panes, and a chest. It's similar to a smoker, except it requires sunlight as fuel, meaning it'll only work during the day. Although you can place a shining block of diamond above the cooker so that it can work without sunlight. Another item included with the mod is reflectors. 4 of them can be placed around the solar cooker, which increases the cooking speed. Natural progression changes Minecraft's early game. You'll no longer be able to punch trees, meaning you can't instantly create wooden tools. Instead, you'll have to create pebbles, which can be named to create flint. To collect sticks, you'll need to break leaves on trees. Combining these items will allow you to craft the new flint hatchet in your smaller crafting grid, and collecting planks is a lot harder too. Collecting 4 planks from one log will require you to create a saw in a regular crafting table, so overall it extends out the early game a little bit. The next mod will add quite a few new dangerous explosives to your world. Some of them include cluster, hydrogen, incendiary, and arrow bombs, which can be ignited like regular TNT. To give yourself a bit of distance, you can attach a detonator to an explosive and use a remote to ignite it from afar. Alternatively, you can use the black box to launch explosives like they're throwables. The most dangerous of them all is the hydrogen bomb, which causes huge amounts of destruction. The chest wrench is a new item which can be crafted from 2 iron ingots, a stick, and redstone dust. With it, you can connect and disconnect chests, turning them into single or double-sized blocks. I could see this being useful with mods like Carry On, so you can easily pick up and transport the chests. Easy Piglins adds the Barterer block. It can be crafted from 5 glass panes, a gold block, 2 iron ingots, and nether bricks. You'll be able to pick up Piglins by sneaking and right-clicking on them, and then they'll be placed inside your Barterer block, preventing them from moving. By right-clicking on the block, you can easily trade the Piglin inside, using both the input and output slots. Skinned lanterns will add lots of new lanterns which have different themes. There are some which are themed around mobs, as well as ornament lanterns and paper lanterns. They look great overall and require a regular lantern as their main ingredient. Treemendous will add 25 new trees to your world, with each one of them having their own biome where you can find them. All these new trees can be chopped down and turned into different woods, which are all different colors, and further turned into blocks like fences, doors, signs, and more. Also included with the mod is a lumber axe, which can be used to bring down entire trees by chopping a single block. Pirates and looters will add pirates to Minecraft, who look like illagers, and they also have some skeleton variants. You'll find them spawning on both land and in ships in the ocean. There's a few boss fights where you'll have to defeat the captains, who can give you materials to craft some pirate-themed weapons like the pistol. Other items included with the mod are a new type of wood and coconuts. The Gilded Netherite armor is an upgrade to Netherite armor, which can be crafted inside of a smithing table with gold ingots. All of the stats will be the same, with the main difference being some minor cosmetic changes, though the main purpose of this mod is that you can explore the nether in this set without aggravating piglins. Concept of magic, battle, and technology, otherwise known as C.O.M.B.A.T, adds lots of new weapons and spells. With the magic system, you can use a spell book to store different spells, and use your wand to cast them. You can cause explosions, summon tools, cast area of effect healing, and more. There's lots of wands, rings, and disenchanting tables. This mod also changes the leveling system, as you will upgrade stats like maximum health, mana, agility, magic strength, and luck. Outside of the magic system is lots of new weapons, which includes new swords, hammers, katanas, halberds, and scythes, which all add a lot of new combat styles. There's a lot more included with this mod, such as a new dimension, some new creatures, and a few technology items. Another new dimension comes with Moolands, which you can enter by creating a portal out of glowstone and activating it with milk. The terrain of this dimension reminds me of the Nether, as it has multiple levels, but it's quite dangerous too, as large sections are exposed to the void, so it would probably be a good idea to bring an elytra and rockets. You can collect the Moo rock, which can be turned into some new bricks, stairs, and walls. There's also blue mushroom blocks, a new music disc, as well as the awful cow mobs, which you can equip with a saddle to ride. In the last episode, we covered the Jellyfishing mod. An expansion to that mod is More Jellyfish, which adds jellyfish themed around different materials and mobs, which have different rarities and difficulty to catch. There's the likes of diamonds, emerald, iron, and glowstone jellyfish, as well as the cow, guardian, and slime jellyfish too. Occasionally, they'll drop materials for you to collect. Auto Switch will scan the player's hotbar and find the best possible tool for the task. So if you start punching a tree with your fist, you'll automatically switch to an axe, if you have one available. It's a great quality of life mod. Simply Platinum adds a new set of platinum armor and tools. They can only be created by upgrading from gold armor inside of a smithing table using platinum ingots. To get the ingots, you'll need to find platinum ore, which can be found in both the overworld and nether, having a similar rarity to diamond ore and netherite scrap. The sword deals as much damage as diamond, and the armor offers more protection than iron, but less than diamond. You can also use platinum blocks as beacon bases. Piglins will trade for platinum ingots, and they'll also be neutral to you. There's even some platinum horse armor. Easy crafting should make crafting items and understanding recipes a lot easier. When you open a crafting table, you'll see a new interface to the right side of the screen, which shows any blocks you can create using the materials in your inventory. All you have to do is click one, and it will be retrievable from the crafting grid, or you can hold Shift to create the maximum amount. The mod also offers support for brewing stands, stone cutters, and the smaller crafting grid in your inventory. Even if you don't have the ingredients in your inventory, you can use the search bar to find items as well as the recipes. If you're using the Roughly Enough Items mod, make sure to hide it by holding down Control and pressing the O key to make this mod visible. This Rocks is similar to Project Vibrant Journeys, which is available for Forge. It adds small natural themed objects throughout your world, such as rocks, sticks, pine cones, seashells, and starfish, which help to make it a little more immersive. You can harvest some of these blocks for resources, as sticks will give regular sticks, the stones can be turned into cobblestones, and pine cones will give saplings. You'll also find geysers in both the overworld and nether. Decorative will add a lot of new blocks to the game which are useful for different builds. There's a few blocks themed around roads, as you'll find traffic cones, fire hydrants, guardrails, and different signs. There's also logs that have axes stuck inside them, different lamps, and even digital clocks will show the real-world time. The Greater Eye of Ender mod will allow 3 new Ender Eyes. Instead of locating just strongholds, they can be used to locate other structures. The Greater Eye of Ender can be configured to search for villages, outposts, monuments, mansions, and more, whereas the Nether version can find a fortress, bastion, or nether fossil. The final eye can be used to locate an end city. Iron Furnaces is similar to the Iron Chest mod, adding some new tiers to furnaces. Without other mods, you'll be able to craft them from iron, gold, diamond, emerald, crystal, obsidian, and netherite. Each furnace tier will smelt items faster than the previous, and they can also receive augments which provide some special effects, such as cutting the smelting time in half. StuffZ adds content in all different areas, and I'll list out some features. Tridents will now have a recipe, making them craftable. A lot of new food items are added, such as carrot pies, chocolate bars, and cake slices. Slime balls also have a recipe of their own, and you can craft chainmail plate to create chainmail armor. Some new plants include iron and gold bushes, which gives nuggets, as well as nuts, cotton, and hop seeds. There's new ender blocks and the block of the Forgotten Alchemist, which gives regeneration if you stand on it. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe for more. If you want to find some more mods, then check out my other videos, as we've covered over 50 videos so far.